tip, 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 tip. Come for the girl. Tip, 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 tip. Don't girl.
Nation, the youth moonwalk smoother than the laptop screen me look at right now. And of course, who we are seeing is Ghetto Jackson. But Ghetto Jackson, who started off as someone who say my imitate, although him still imitate Michael Jackson, but he started off as someone imitating Michael Jackson but could not dance. I would say someone who could not sing or DJ, but I still don't think him reach there as yet. But in terms of dancing, he has improved a lot. And to be honest, I find him quite entertaining. But a lot of things are going for the youth right now. And luckily, Ghetto Jackson never listen. The people them out there like myself who said at the time that he should just allow this thing because him can't dance, him can't sing, and it is just embarrassing. But Ghetto Jackson believe in himself, had people who believe in him. I know it seems as if things just a work out for him. So continue moonwalk Jackson, continue moonwalk at those events that he's now being booked for.
Tip, tip, tip.
I don't think he will be at this event, but this event is definitely going to be a blast. Jabbox and Shark God presents Angola Fest, Wednesday the 31st of December. Nation, you see how the flyer full of faces? The lineup look good. Capitan Jamal, Stark Ashley Shano, Eddie G Bomber, Mayan, Nation Boss, Jabbox, Shark God, Quick Cook, Maka Diamond, Predator. You know long I don't hear about Predator. Nice to see that he's booked for the show. I wonder what his performance will be like. But you also have 17, Bushman, Bosco Makes Money Pallets and more. Location, Angola Restaurant, LPR St. Thomas. Nation, check the description of the video for more info. That said, we're moving on to somewhere where things are not so festive. Of course, due to the impact of Hurricane Melissa, but things haven't been so easy for the residents in those affected areas. But fortunately, you have people out there that have been doing what they can do to donate, to help, and so on. Sean Paul and his team have been around town several places, doing a lot from community to community. This time he's at Border White House, a popular area at the border of St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, known for its roadside cook shops.
We are trying to sprinkle it every week. Well, last week when I was here, I tell you I'm going to forward back. Next week I'm going to send back again until the place built. You understand? Reason why yes so first, in certain terms, you know it's the hub. You know, say people need that for their moral. When we pass through yes sir, and see one table, remember hard job come and say, yo, we can't even buy the soup or so I feel good for no say. Right now we are built back. Right? I'm promising the last week, I'm there now. So I don't want nobody to feel like they get left off because the next week they're there and the next week they're there. You understand? We have built back the place. Put where we are give into this so make yes so can be back at economic hub and make back money. Please, that's what we are at. So we like to see the progress, we're seeing it and we are cleaning up the beach and we just want to make you know say straight love. See? That's that we are doing. No farmer, no problem, no politics against this or that, or the straight love.
So Sean Paul and this team in St. Elizabeth doing what they can do. But some people are asked, where's the Prime Minister? How them not see him? What have the government been doing to help? Where's all of the donation money? The government has sit down on the money and move as if they want to pocket it. But here's what the Prime Minister had to say to all of that.
I see people saying, I don't see nobody from the government. The only person I see is from the Lacovia police station. How you think the aid got there? You think they just swam into Jamaica? The government opened the airport. The government cleaned the road. The government escorted them. Don't talk nonsense. To ensure that all the people who you see out there who want to give aid to Jamaica, that they are able to do it. You think they come here without ensuring that there are security guarantees? Who you think gives them the security guarantees? You think the stock that they have just moved, automatically just materialize where they are? How many convoys you see moving with the security forces carrying them through? Don't talk nonsense about there was no government presence. Just to be clear, Mr. Speaker, I know there's a lot of talk about government getting money and not using it, and we have to be so careful that these kinds of careless talk. Now, for the people, Mr. Speaker, I'm about to say something, and I just want to be clear. For the people who are saying it, and gaining influence on persons who don't understand, it is dangerous. Because, you know, there is a public that believe that somehow we sit here and we are trying to somehow take away money that has come for the relief of the people. Let me say this clearly, Mr. Speaker. It would be morally reprehensible for anyone to be using any government resources in any way that has been given or borrowed for relief or any other action to mitigate the damage of this hurricane for any personal or private gain. And if there is any such thing happening, I don't have to wait for any other entity to ferret it out or find it. I will find it myself. Let it be on the record, Mr. Speaker, that this is not the first disaster that this government has had to address. There was never a question about the administration of resources for Hurricane Beryl. No donor said, what I gave, I don't know how it was accounted for. Let it be clear that for the entire administration of the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, where the government of Jamaica executed the largest social protection program in the history of Jamaica. There wasn't even one question of misappropriation of funds. So I want to be clear, Mr. Speaker, that those persons who wish to tarnish myself, tarnish the government, you are tarnishing Jamaica with a lie. I am not worried so much, Mr. Speaker, because wherever I travel and I meet with the international community, you know what they say? They say, you have done an amazing job. And I'm not joking, Mr. Speaker. I don't have to say it about myself. The international officers who come here representing the international agencies, they go, and I don't ask them to, they go and say it publicly. Direct contradiction of the nonsense that some people are saying. So I know that it hasn't done any damage at that level, because they know, they see, they understand, they know the systems in place, and they know what would have happened in other countries. Yes, yes. And they have confidence in the government. Yes, confidence in the government. But some of them who are saying these things are people who know better, and they mislead. They mislead the people. So let me be clear in this parliament that this government will manage this disaster without any form of corruption, misdirection, maladministration, malfeasance, misfeasance. We are going to manage this disaster with the highest level of probity and integrity and accountability. And it is necessary to do this, Mr. Speaker, because the scale of what we need in support from the international community can only be gotten if the international community feels that we have the institutional framework to ensure that whatever resources are made available are properly used. So one can only say that those people who are spreading those rumors are determined to bring down Jamaica. They do not support Jamaica. So as I stand here, Mr. Speaker, my statement is also a warning to us. Let's be clear. It is a warning to the government. But it is my duty also to dismiss and dispel falsehood.
Nation when I leave out of parliament. Not at all. There's too much to discuss. Badness reaching at the house of Darrell Vaz right now is under heavy scrutiny after his behavior that he displayed when a question was asked by opposition leader Mark Golding. This has to do with the 150 million USD that it said that the government is to loan JPS.
The context of your presentation in relation to the JPS situation is that the license expires, I think it's July 2027. Notice has been given, triggering the consequences of license termination. Jamaica has roughly 20% of the equity in JPS. The funding gap, based on the recently done work to do the restoration of the grid, including substations, transmission posts, etc., distribution lines, is around 350 million US. So our 20%, if you're looking at us as a shareholder, our 20% would be 70 million. But we are actually taking the risk of lending an unsecured loan to JPS of 150 million, which is twice the proportion of the equity that we hold in the business. So unsecured, you don't have the collateral to seize. You're relying on a mechanism to get it back, which I'm going to speak to in a second. So my question to you is, first of all, the other 200 million, which is currently not funded, but which is necessary to achieve the timelines that you have indicated for restoration, what is the assurance that that 200 million will be raised on a timely basis so as to enable the necessary expenditures to be made by JPS to hit the targets, which are presumably fairly aggressive targets given the extent of the damage to the grid and so on? What level of confidence do you have that that 200 million will be raised by them? And what is the time frame that it has to be raised by for that target to be met? I'd like to know the time frame for that. So I'll summarize. One is the timeline for JPS to fund the 200 million gap, and whether you would ensure that that funding is in place before you expose our $150 million.
Let me indicate very clearly for all of Jamaica to hear. The meeting that we had yesterday morning, where the Minister of Finance and the Financial Secretary was there, we ironed out a way forward, realizing the seriousness and the time-sensitive nature of this response. So the first answer to your question is that this government is prepared on behalf of the people of Jamaica to release the $150 million in whatever tranches are required as quickly as possible to get the restoration going. And that's the difference between a caring government and somebody who has a financial background. The people want light. Okay? So let me just make that clear.
Point of order, Minister.
Point of order.
Minister, point of order.
His feet, talking. The minister standing on his feet, talking into the mic. You don't need to personalize your response. You don't need to get hot under the collar. It's a legitimate question I'm asking. And I'm just, so don't bother about having a financial background. I want to know a simple question. Are you going to ensure the funding is in place? And now you're coming back and personalizing it in a totally unnecessary way.
Let me repeat. Let me repeat. The member is saying that his position is that he would not release the $150 million unless he knew where the $200 million was coming from. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. Hansard is there. Hansard is there. Hansard is there. Hansard is there. And I am telling you.
Minister, please.
Let me just say it again. Based on the meeting that took place yesterday, we are confident, based on the meeting that had the representative of the Ministry of Finance at the highest level, the Minister and the Financial Secretary. You can't go any higher. That we are prepared to release the $150 billion tonight if it means that the people are going to get back light sooner than later. You are a wicked and a wicked and evil. Bad mind don't go on yet from September 3rd.
Members,
Wicked and evil. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Minister, hold. Members, members from the opposition side,
You're an uncaring set.
if you
You're a
do,
heartless set.
if
You're a
you
wicked
do not
set.
allow the minister to continue, then we will have to go to something else. Please, you do not have the floor. Member from St. Catherine North Central, you do not have the floor.
Mr. Speaker.
You will find out in short.
Mr. Speaker.
Go ahead, Minister.
The $150 million
Give me
that the
chance.
government is prepared to release as soon as the documentation is in place, which will be no later than a matter of hours to a day, because of the urgency, is specific for restoration over 2 months, December and January. That $150 billion is ring-fenced to deal with a restoration program that will take care of Jamaica, not only some parishes. And if you are going to tell me that there are people in this house that would question a government in a crisis like this to hold $150 million that we have availability now, to find out about $200 million, which can take another month or 6 weeks. Our money is secured whichever way it goes. We are a responsible government, and we have taken a responsible decision, a caring decision, an argument done.
Nation, I don't know from ever since I don't like give personal opinion when it comes to politics. But Minister Vaz needs to take a chill pill. That reaction, that behavior was so unnecessary. Can now count the number of times that I get a sense of bullying from Daryl Vaz. Nation, that's it for this report. You see what time a clock, you see what time a knock. We are hurrying to get the fuck out of here. And as usual, my people, bad.